How are you feeling?
Yeah. Okay, ready for this.
Hello. Hello, Joash.
He was a third child.
If you go sit over there, then I can see you on the video.
I just remember that little hand of his. Yeah, I remember, looking at his hands and just knowing that it's the sort of calm before the storm. He made himself known from day one, really.
It's like he didn't have any breaks in his brain.
How are you, Joash?
He did everything at 100 miles an hour.
There were so many phases. His tuxedo phase was really sweet, really beautiful. He must have seen it in a movie. Maybe it was James Bond or something.
He had an amazing imagination.
He was into archery for a while, and then it was just archery all the time. He goes everywhere with the bow and arrow on his back.
What's it called?
Bunny hop.
Bunny hop.
For me, I call it the forwards, backwards, forwards.
Good name.
That's such a great insight into who he is. It is a picture into his mind.
He was 100% guy, all in, no timidity. It was a beautiful thing about him.
Joash is down. Oh, yes.
Bright boy with a lot to offer the world.
Hey, Nick.
Andy, it's lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for giving me your time.
Thanks for coming down.
Jess,
Hi.
I'm Nick.
Hello.
It's lovely to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Andy and Jess have been waiting nearly 2 years for an inquest into their son's death. Joash was autistic. His behaviour was violent enough that at 14 his parents made the hardest decision of their lives, that he'd be safer in care than at home. He died at 18.
It's carnage in here, but don't worry about it.
And packed in all of these boxes are the many questions they now have.
This is a couple of boxes of Joash's stuff. So most of the paperwork that we've got is electronic. There'll be plenty of stuff in here. I mean, he's been engaging with services for a decade, really, of his life. He was born in 2006 in London. He was the third of our 4 children. So he's got an older brother and sister and a younger brother. So this is just years worth of special needs from school, all his doctor's appointments for CAMS, and these are his medications that he was on for a lot of his life.
The house is so quiet without him because he was, for good and bad, the loudest, most. There was always something going on.
We're making a disgusting smoothie.
Okay, and whose idea was this?
Mine! Okay, the challenge begins!
How many seconds was that?
2. 1 second!
No. Go. No.
Yes,
Josh won.
I won!
I'm gonna try to
It baffles me that decisions that were made and then consequences that came after that were sort of a shock to everybody. And you kind of go, but it was there, and that's what we've been saying. Is there like slideshow option?
Joash, leave his hat. He likes it. Joash, he's okay. Put it on him, please.
I mean, the first time he knocked me out, he would have been 5.
What happened? He struck you?
He just, hit me straight in the head, and it was about an ice cream.
Oh, yeah. What's Joash doing?
My other kids hadn't done that to me, and I was just the target.
He received a diagnosis of autistic spectrum disorder. He got excluded from school. We started making a note of violent incidents at home, kind of scary moments.
Black eyes, strangling was a really common one for him. You know, all the professionals often say, like, oh, that's because he really loved you, and they often take it out on the person they feel the safest with. And it's really hard being that person. It's really hard being the one that they feel so safe that they can sort of beat you up. That's quite a good fire you got going there.
Yeah, well, Twizzlers, a million Twizzlers stuck in there, plus that fire lighter is quite effective.
Is a fire lighter burning?
Yeah, it is, but the one at the bottom I'm having a bit of difficulty with.
Oh, that was nearly your toes.
And as it was getting bigger and stronger, it got harder for the whole family. Quite early on, we put locks on all the other children's doors, so they go to their rooms and they lock their doors and they wait for it to calm down. There were many nights when I sat outside his door waiting for him to go to sleep. Around that time, he tried to hang himself in the home, and it was his younger brother that found him. I think he must have been 12. We were just realising we can't cope, we're not functioning, we can't keep him safe here.
And that was the day he went into care.
His parents didn't fully know it, and perhaps neither did Joash, but he was entering a care system already struggling to cope with the needs of some of its most vulnerable young people.
3.14159.
An urgent government review into care leaver deaths, just published, paints a stark picture of what that can mean. Young people living alone, with more than a third of those whose deaths were reviewed believed to have taken their own lives. The parallels with Joash's own story are difficult to ignore. Within weeks, Joash finds himself almost 200 miles from home, living alone in a specialist solo children's home in South Yorkshire. He's 14. According to documents provided by Joash's parents, he settles in quickly, but it's far from ideal.
Joash has made a very positive start. Joash arrived late Thursday evening, where he was greeted by 3 members of staff who helped him with his bags.
Joash would like to return to school, as he's stated that all his friendship group is there and he misses speaking to his peers.
Why did they send him to Rotherham?
They couldn't find anything else.
It is a familiar story. Councils are running out of places to put children in care. As of last year, more than 4 in 10 were being housed outside of their own local authority altogether.
When we would go up there, we were only allowed to see him for 90-minute windows.
It was just hard being so far away. He was so isolated. He was literally at home all the time.
There was this moment when he ran away from care there and ended up in London.
And no one knew where he was. Police found him, and then he was taken back to Rotherham, and then it was a couple of days, and then we got a 24-hour notice to say they have said they can no longer care for Joash.
That was such a shock, because he was moved basically overnight with no plan, just his stuff in a couple of black bags, to this place in Milton Keynes that was just shockingly Spartan.
With nowhere closer available, Joash was moved again, out of Rotherham and into Milton Keynes, well over 100 miles away. Not a registered children's home, but a supported living placement, light touch staffing designed for older teenagers on their way out of care. Not a boy, still years away from that.
We were just like, man, what is this?
How on earth is this the best place for Joash? And unfortunately, what happened over the coming years proved it was not in any way.
There are now repeated episodes in which Joash attempts to take his own life. Jess and Andy think he's deteriorating fast.
Did he ever express to people that he had a plan to take his own life?
Yeah, in often quite black and white terms. He was very matter of fact about it.
I told social services everything. We met in a coffee shop and I looked at her straight and I said, what are you going to feel like when you get that call that Joash has killed himself? And she looked at me and she said, don't worry, that's not going to happen.
When she said, don't worry, that's not going to happen, in your heart of hearts, did you think, I agree with her, that's not going to happen?
No.
Or did you think, I think he's going to do this?
I said to them also on multiple occasions, he has had suicide attempts. He's gone missing on multiple occasions. You've not managed to keep him safe in that circumstance. How can you guarantee that he'll be safe with all this freedom that you're giving him?
You like it? Alright, cool. Man's got hair and that. His first name's Master. I'm gonna cook him in a pan. This is actually his thigh bones. His chicken's name is Master, so I'm cooking Master.
Turning 18 isn't something care leavers necessarily look forward to. Time and again, young people in the care of the state have told me that it can feel like the day the support suddenly falls away. The foster placement can end, social workers can change, mental health services can stop, and the people who've made decisions about their lives for years can simply step back.
What did turning 18 mean for Joash?
The entire weight of everything that social services had done with him was all focused towards what are you going to do when you turn 18. So first and foremost, it was in his mind a massive cliff edge that was coming and coming and coming.
So picture's worsening for him, but yet the system wants him out.
Exactly.
Happy birthday from all of us, man. That's just decor. That's just decor.
Because everyone was encouraging, you can make your own decisions now, you can make your own decisions now. The first thing he did was he came off all his medications. He'd been on some things, like Concerta for his ADHD. He'd been on that since he was about 5. So he'd had a whole life of knowing how Concerta helped him with his ADHD.
He was like, I want to decide for myself what I need and what I don't.
So Joash's 18th birthday happened. He had planned to go bowling. So we all turn up and there's no Joash. He's been missing for 3 days.
And he left all his medication behind. I was really angry and really scared because I thought, I don't think I'm going to see him again.
Eventually, he posts one picture on his Instagram of him sitting on a beach, and we did a bit of detective work and figured out it was Portugal. His child trust fund had been dumped into his account. It was probably about £2,000. He spent the £2,000 in 3 days. And so now he didn't have any money.
I was angry. How could you give a vulnerable young person with a track record of repeated suicide attempts, but also really bad decisions when they're given money? You've just given them all of this and said, oh, do what you want with it.
Somebody good person. Thank you. You're most welcome.
There was something else hanging over Joash. While he was in Milton Keynes, he assaulted a member of staff after being returned by police following what his parents describe as a suicide attempt. He was arrested and charged, and the case wasn't resolved until shortly before his 18th birthday.
To have this court thing hanging over him like a sword of Damocles, just this heaviness. He talked about it all the time, and so it was a horrendous situation. In the November, he had a suicide attempt, took an overdose, ended up in hospital, and then was discharged without without a psych review, without a referral, without anyone letting social services even know. We had Christmas together as a family. He was really angsty, he was really edgy.
He said, you know, Mum, I live with wanting to commit suicide every day, and just some days I don't do it. And which is really hard to hear as a mum, because obviously it all comes back to like, well, how have we failed him?
It was the 7th of January.
It was a Tuesday, and I'd been at work.
Jess had just heard on the radio that there'd been a train-related incident.
Didn't think anything of it.
When we were sitting around in the evening, about 9 p.m, Jess gets a phone call from a number she doesn't recognise and answers it.
Do you know Joash? And I said, yeah, I'm his mum. Who are you? Her name was Abby. And she said, I've just got a text from Joash to say that if he got this message, it was sent delayed, that he went to Thatcham train station to the tracks, and to tell this phone number that I love them and I'm sorry.
At that moment, we just felt this kind of horror, fear, and everything just kind of kicks in.
And then I remembered this announcement on the radio about the train track thing this afternoon. And suddenly I was just like, it can't be, surely not. Like, it just was like panic.
We make a plan to drive into the British Transport Police headquarters in Reading, but as we're driving we get a phone call and this guy goes,
don't come to Reading, just go home. Please just go home, there's an officer coming to see you.
And we see these two police come to the house, and they come to the door and they do that thing like, let's go and sit down. And we're just going, is it our boy, is it our boy?
And then they said they have reason to believe that it was Joash on the tracks. And in that moment, you just feel like your whole world has ended, but also it can't be true. Like, it can't be true. It can't be.
Oh dear. Hands are full. What have you got, Joash?
They don't normally let you see the body because of the way in which he died. I just need to see him. I just want to hold him. They phoned us after lunch and said, we've had a look, and his left hand is intact. And if you would like to, you can come and spend time with him. And when we got there, they said to us, okay, if you just imagine he's lying on his bed under bed sheets and he's got his hand out, to sit with him and to hold his hand. To hold his hand, and I knew it was him. There was no doubt that that was my boy. I knew those hands so well. That's my boy. And it took me back suddenly to that first moment when he's born and you're spending time with him on your own, and you see these little hands, and you're going, oh wow, it's so perfect, and looking at the fingers, and they're so tiny but it's so perfect, and that's where in that moment it was just sitting holding his hand and just going, it's so broken what's happened, but having that hand to hold and knowing that was him, I almost crave that sometimes. That moment when you're holding your boy's hand for the last time and it's ice cold. Then I'm like, this is grief. This is actually what grieving is. And this is my new existence.
More than 18 months have passed since Joash died, and his family are still waiting for answers. An inquest will look in detail at the events that led up to his death.
I come and chat with him and sing to him. I'm missing you seems inadequate, because I'm more than missing you. Don't think for a minute that our life is better without you. It's not. It sucks. It's really awful. I love you, and I miss you. I really miss you. Yeah, probably need a minute. Oh, my boy. I wish you were here.
The latest government review found 112 care leavers died aged 18 to 24 last year, with more deaths at 18 than any other age. It warns that for the most vulnerable, support can fall away sharply at adulthood, leaving young people isolated and without a vital safety net.
Yeah. We grieved when Josh went into care. None of those moments are anything like the grief of losing a child. This grief's like a wound that cuts across everything in our lives. It's touched everything. I was filling in a form the other day, just a basic visa application or something. How many kids have you got? I didn't know what to write.
When people watch this film, what do you want them to understand about Joash and his life?
That he was an extraordinary person in an ordinary world.